dummy.
You're tuning in to the Dummies Podcast. I'm Stop.
I'm Joe.
I'm Todd.
And I'm Hootie, nigga.
And we back like we never left, because like we say every week, we never leave. It's special episode number 1 inside the Content Factory. Yes. But we here today with a special guest. Y'all know anything about our special episodes. We like to bring somebody who brings something special to the world, whether that's a talent, a gift, or whatever that may be. And today that is a person that's no short of talent. My man Burga, man, how you feeling, man?
What's going on?
Chilling, man. Tell us a little bit about you, man. Where you hail from, where you come from, man. A little bit about your background, man. And we'll dive deep off into this interview.
I go by Burga. I'm from Florida, Central Florida, place called Brevard County. For people that don't know where that's at, it's like an hour east of Orlando.
Okay.
Yeah, and like 15 minutes south of Cocoa Beach. But it's like Kennedy Space Center, all that stuff over there, Space Coast.
Okay, the space side.
Yeah, it's the Space Coast.
That's what's up. Tell us a little bit about your growing, your upbringing. You know what I'm saying? How was it?
It was cool. I lived in I lived with both parents, my mom and my pop. 5 kids, 2-bedroom apartment. We ain't had the best of everything, but you know how it goes.
Right.
Made the best of what it was.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And I read that today. I saw you say that you still, even though y'all went through some hard financial times, you was happy your pops was in the crib because you saw some of your friends who ain't had that same thing, and it kind of molded you in a different way.
Yeah, facts.
Okay, that's what's up.
When you say molded you in a different way, feel like it give you more structure, more grounding when you got both people around?
More structure because my pop, like, he came home, he taught us, like, to provide. Like, my pop always provided for us. Like, he come home with his check. He worked 60, 70 hours a week. Come home and take he take $100 out the check and give my mama the rest of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's that old school grind right there.
All too familiar with
Yeah,
that shit right now.
they took $50 out the check and spread it around like shit.
So did y'all clash a lot?
Who
You
that?
and your pops?
No, actually, when my mom and my pop fell out, I was the one who moved with my pop. Like, my pop would go get a separate apartment, and I moved with him.
Right.
Be with Pop.
And the benefits from that was, like, the money that my pops was giving my mama.
He gave to you.
He was giving
So that worked out beautifully.
So did that work out better just as far as a background standpoint, living with pops more so than moms, as far as schooling? Let's say schooling.
Nah, it wasn't really like that because my pops was all work. Like, I used to go to work with my pops. Like, me and my brothers, we used to always go to work. So my pop was just work. A man got to work.
Right.
He was on that. Like, my mom was more so school, education, and all that. But anytime my pop and my mom ever separated, it was only for like a month maybe, and then it's right back to the house. Yeah.
And you feel like that seeing your pops just work, and the man got to work. Did you take in those lessons and bring it over to what's in the music game?
Oh yeah, that's all I do is work. Just because of that, that's what I know. Like,
Right.
You know what I mean? And now, like, I noticed, like, that's why I got, you know what I mean, my work ethic from my
Right.
pops.
Right.
Now, was it weird to tell your pops, hey, I want to do music, when he used to go into work every day?
No, my pop don't really care. As long as it make money, it makes sense to him.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Schooling.
Now,
How much schooling did you finish? I want to make sure what I read was right.
11th grade.
I want to make sure that was right before I just come off and ask you
Yeah,
that. So
11th grade.
where did you get educated, man? Because listening to your music, you're educated.
In the streets.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the streets.
Now, when you started, it's they did their research. I did mine. You were with your people, like your cousins or your brother.
Yeah, my
Started
brother.
up in a group, right?
Yeah.
What happened with that?
What happened was, I don't want to get too in depth with it,
Go
but
ahead, man. Do your thing, man. Do your thing.
Take another sip.
Beyonce.
Take another sip.
Do your thing, man.
nobody come to see you, Otis.
you Beyonce. No, but seriously though, you know.
Nah, what happened was it's like, everybody, when you're in a big group, everybody got their own thing going on.
Right.
And, everybody started doing their own thing. And I'm the one who kind of kept taking it serious after everything hit the fan.
Yeah, I totally understand, because that's how I am with these niggas. Like, I'm always taking it seriously, showing up, and then here they come 2 hours later,
2 hours late.
wanting to capitalize off my shine and see. It just don't work like that.
Sometimes you got to go through those things in order to learn to do it on time.
I'm fashionable.
Hey, for the people who listening, I'm talking shit. So
That was a shot at you, by the way.
I know. It's always a shot. I get
see
it.
see, look, he already ready for podcasting and blogging, right? See, he got us beefing. So now I'm gonna have to fight him after you leave. You know what I'm talking about? But no, as far as music, man, rapping concerned, who they alluded to, you and your music style. I listen to your music. I already told you. I think from top to bottom, that's my kind of music. I used to rap. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna spit nothing right now, but you know, I used to rap.
Yeah.
But,
Chickens?
the chickens. Yeah, y'all want me to pull them chickens. Nah, but no, for real. One of the things that I like, my mixtape dropped, last mixtape was 2014. Okay. And one of the things I was looking at was like, I used to like deep words and metaphors and have a story from the beginning to the end. But it felt like for me, at that time, music was going in a different direction.
Yeah.
They kind of wanted more humna, da-da-da-da. But when I listen to you, and to me, I'm listening to you, and it sounds like that's kind of where I would be. That's that direction, that depth, a story from point A to point B,
right.
and putting a whole day behind that.
Right.
Do you find any frustrations with your music, the way you make it compared to, you know, a little kid, 16, 17 years old, drop tomorrow, talk about shooting up the church and go platinum?
Nah, it don't bother me at all because I make music for me first.
Right.
Yeah. And then, you know what I mean? Hopefully it helps somebody else out. That's
Right.
how I feel. Like I do it for me first. And I know if I don't make a coin off of it, I'm going to still do it.
You're going to still do it.
So
Still like it.
It's
Yeah.
the love.
And that's probably why you still to this day successful and going. We talk a lot about outside noise. You know what I'm saying? And one of the things, you know, I saw in another interview, you kind of said that you do it for you.
Yeah.
When you say you do it for you, so when you make it, you just kind of hope that, you know, everybody else gonna enjoy it. But as long as you enjoy it, that's all you care about.
Yeah, because I do it, like I said, it's therapeutic. Like I do it to get through whatever I'm going through.
Right.
Like it's kind of like if I go through something, once I go in the studio and I rap about it, like I'm over it. Like
Yeah.
I can move on. But
Yeah.
until I speak on it, and I don't really talk to a lot of people. Like you were saying earlier, like men really don't, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Right.
Come out and just talk to other people
Yeah.
about their problems and stuff like that. But I kind of do that with the mic. So
Speaking
that
of,
helped me.
you said like to rap about what you're going through, drowning.
Yeah.
You still feel like you're drowning?
Oh yeah, that's deep because that's a song about my grandma. Like, you know what I mean, and just a little story on that. Like, I went to my grandma died of cancer some years back.
Damn.
Right. So
Sorry to hear that, bro.
yeah, for sure.
Sorry to hear that.
But what happened was we was at the hospital and everybody around, my whole family in there and stuff. So they came in and let us know that she only had a few hours to live, like 5 or 6 hours to live.
Right.
So we all in there crying and you know acting crazy and stuff like that. And my grandma was she just yelled out. She was like, "What y'all crying for? I'm the one that gotta leave." Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like
Right.
y'all
She was the
doing-
most peaceful.
Yeah, she just like, y'all doing all this and I'm the one that got to go.
Right.
Like, type. You know what I mean? So they said that they were supposed to take her from the hospital. The hospice was supposed to take her from the hospital and take her to the house or whatever,
Right.
so she can pass at the house. So that way everybody can come to the house. So I left the hospital going to pick up my dad and my brothers from the house. So at the time, my license was suspended. I was a habitual driver. I didn't know that. I didn't know I was
You
habitual.
rapped about being in the cell.
Yeah. So what happened was I leave. I pick up my pops. And my brother. I drive. We drive in I think it's like 15 minutes to get to my grandma's house.
Right.
So once I get up the street, I probably get where I can see my grandma's house like from a distance, probably like a couple 100 yards. And I get pulled over. I see while we pulled over, I see the hospice truck pulling up, letting my grandma out the car. So I'm begging with the police officer, the police officer, like, "Hey, look, my grandma dying. They taking her in the house. You know what I mean? I just want to see her for the last time." And he was like, "Okay, let me get on the phone with my lieutenant and figure out exactly what's going on and see if I can let you out.
Right.
But just, I'm going to do the best I can." So make a long story short, what ended up happening was he was like, "Look, I can't do nothing about it. I got to take you in.
Dang.
You need to call somebody and tell them that they can drive down there." So my grandma passed. I was in the cell. I got
Damn,
locked up.
boy.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Damn, that's a hell of a story.
Yeah.
Wow.
Man.
But that's the drown. That's where the whole concept from drowning
Right.
came from.
And then see that's what I'm saying about your music. You take your real life stories and put it into your music. John Doe, was that a real story?
Oh yeah, that was a real story too.
The reason why I'm asking, because you said it was too many niggas in the lobby, and you had to. We tell a story here on the podcast about like when you was young and you used to get that address sent, but you was crazy. Now you pull up to the bricks. Now you don't know nobody over there, but you go over there. So I was
32
curious.
niggas
Was that a real
Yeah,
story?
nah, that was a real story for sure.
But When I heard you say we putting the choppers up, we bring the pistols out.
It's personal.
It's personal.
It's personal.
Yeah.
I said,
Hey.
let me come here like I got some goddamn
Right.
sense.
That's personal.
You better act right.
Yeah. That's
don't
only
be
when it
personal
get
with
there
me.
though. You know that
God
ain't
damn.
every day though.
Yeah.
It's only
How
when-
did the collab with Moneybagg Yo come about, man?
We recorded at the same studio, and I seen him a few times. And the first time I seen him in there, I was just like, damn, I want to do a song with bro.
Right.
But I want to make sure it's the right song.
Right.
So
It's
one of
fitting
his-
for you too, though.
Yeah, one of his I think his manager was like, I'm gonna give you a good deal. You know what I mean? Make the song, we're gonna make it happen. But it was like, I think it took probably like a couple weeks, and I came up with the right song.
Okay.
And then I played it for him, and he was just like, man, yeah, I'm
Let's do
fucking
it.
with it. Let's do it.
That's dope.
And I wanted to ask too, because you brought up the same studios. That's First Class, right?
That's First Class Sounds.
Do you have? Is that part your studio? Or that's just where you record it.
No, that's my bro, Drake
Okay.
Studio.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you record all your
record.
sounds and tunes in there.
I'm signed with First Class Entertainment. First Class Studio is the studio that
Gotcha.
everybody on the label record at.
And I always wanted to ask too, with music. I see I ain't get this far. I ain't get that far to be able to, see what a feature, how that works. What you cash out? Like how that? I always wanted to know, like when a nigga be like, you know what I'm saying, gotta
Write the
pay
nigga
for
a
the
check,
feature.
goddamn.
Like what I do? Do I give them cash or like how that work?
It all depends. Like if they right there, then you cash out on it.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
you
yeah.
just go in
I
the
got a
book bag.
question to follow that up, because you know what I'm saying, I watched a couple of your videos today. Do you have a debit card?
I think I number cash. Huh?
Cash. That nigga carried $25K on his head and walk around, and it didn't move.
At the shell, guys.
Hey, that little dollar we put up that bitch gonna blow away out there.
It's
It's
way
gone.
low.
Ain't nobody doing nothing for that. Okay?
And we gonna chase that motherfucker too.
Hey.
I'm running after my
Hey,
dollar. Guys.
hey, I seen my man get in a car with about 10 grand in the glove compartment. Chick took $100, well $100, but one bill.
Dollar.
And that nigga put it out because he knew that nigga can spend my money.
That's mine.
I was like,
That's
how
why
this
you don't
nigga
need
know?
no debit card. Man. You be swiping and shit. Be like, hold up, man. I knew I just had $3,000 yesterday. Got $1.99.
Like,
Iceberg Tony.
right.
Yeah.
Why
You
the
gotta be
name
sensitive.
change?
The name changed because
Red
back
tape.
when I
Iceberg
first
Tony wasn't in no more. What up, Iceberg? What's up?
That's that first rap name.
Iceberg is a nice word.
Nah, it was back then when I first named myself that. It was like, I don't know how many icebergs I ran into. I ran into Iceberg Bummy. I ran into Iceberg Slim.
Like
I
the
ran into
Lil.
so
Right.
many icebergs, DJs, everybody.
Right.
But another thing was Iceberg Billion from Fort Lauderdale. I meant from Miami.
Okay.
That was signed with Trick Daddy.
Oh, yeah. I done heard that
so
name.
a lot of people was mixing us up at one time. You know what I mean? So I was just trying to, move away from that.
Yeah, that
So
makes
how
sense.
did you end up with Burga?
In the studio, just flipping words, and my cousin just was like, so I think I said something like iceberg, icebergler, iceberger bot beef, and then my cousin was just like burger. You go,
And it stuck.
It is stuff,
That's
right?
it.
And sometimes when it stick, it stick.
Right.
That's it.
With music, how has COVID, in the age of COVID, no shows, restrictions in all these different cities, trying to learn the restrictions in each city, how has that affected the music world?
it
For you
affected it.
personally.
For me, it affected it because I couldn't do no shows, but it forced me to get my business together so I can capitalize in other areas.
Right.
Gotcha.
You see what I'm saying? Monetizing and all that stuff like
Right.
that. So I was able to still get my money.
For the music purpose of it, your album. To me, it's not that club album. I just want to chill, want to relax, want to sit around here and do and just enjoy it. That's the type of music I like. That's who I am.
Right.
You think it was better for your music that the pandemic happened? Because more people are going to listen to this during the pandemic.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. It got my views up. Like my online presence.
I can tell.
My online presence, it went up skyrocket. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that helped me with features and stuff like that. So I was able to pull money from other places. Like,
Right.
You see what I'm
So
saying?
it's like YouTube send you like cash, you ask for the cash.
I be still worrying about that shit, man.
I didn't get a bro.
My man
I think he's just trying to figure out how to put it up there for himself. Yeah, that's it.
Hey, I took my little $32 I had. and tried to-
Shit was all on the floor.
With some of the your influential rappers, you know, you got the Jays, and the Pops, and the Bigs, and I say you got a chance to open up for some of those rappers. When that world show,
not Pac,
not Pac, of course, not Pac, of course.
Damn, nigga, how old are you, nigga?
Not Pac,
not Pac, but artists like Plies, Rose, all them guys. Like, how was that? You know?
No, that was cool because I look up to those guys. Like as far as the music,
Right.
You know what I mean? See where they come from and then see where they at right now.
Right.
It's dope. Yeah.
And that's one thing too, man. I always say, man, Florida got some of my favorite rappers.
Yeah.
Like even the ones that I don't be knowing when I click on it, it's just something about Florida, man. Like the way them boys, y'all got your own little thing going on.
Own lingo.
Own lingo. Even the gold
Right.
look different. Every time I go to Florida, I don't know if it's a factory that a nigga got down there in Florida, but every time I go there, nigga got Florida gold. Them niggas got the gold, the straight gold. They don't like to even put diamonds in that motherfucker.
Anywhere I go, I gotta wear this motherfucker.
Why?
Because people identify like they like, hey,
That's
you
Florida.
from Florida.
Florida,
Like,
right.
all this cool. This shit costs way more than this.
Let me see.
This shit right here costs way more than this shit.
Right.
Well, I get more people.
Because that's
People
Talk
might
about
get
this
confused
and
because
this,
you got more than 4 dreads too.
I told
That
you,
nigga
bro.
ain't from Florida.
Hey, look. Hey, but look, my homeboy from Florida, man, I had some dreads too. You know what I'm saying? I lost by like 6 of them. He was like, nah, that's how you just got to tie them bitches together.
The one black.
I'm like, shit, man, I'm finna go cut this.
Yeah, black.
So
So
I-
number 16, about 16 thin ass dread. Sorry, black.
But
Hell, black.
but being from Florida, I thought it was cool that you was like, you know what I'm saying, you grew up off Wayne and Tupac.
Yeah.
And I see that you can make like a good like song about women, you know what I'm saying? It ain't about
Yeah.
you know what I'm
It was
saying,
a good mix-up.
smashing or whatever.
Yeah.
So do you get that from them?
What's that from?
Being able to make like a cool song for women.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a
Oh, you just like
ladies
women?
man, like you know what I mean.
I feel you.
So,
It's different
All
from
that
saying, you know what I'm
hard
saying,
gangsta.
I got 32, you know what I'm saying, whatever, then a song like women gonna actually, well, they like both of them. So,
Yeah.
you know,
That shit you just played there, that my shit.
How was Huntsville last night, man?
Huntsville was cool.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a nice vibe. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
Yeah. They was vibing out.
You performed?
Yeah, I performed last night.
What seems to be you've been in the game for a while. You've been in music for a minute. What's the most frustrating thing that you run into about music, if there is any?
Frustrating thing, I don't know. I don't really get frustrated that much. Like,
Yeah.
I can tell you.
I can tell that.
They were laid back, bro.
I
Like
don't
it-
really get
Fuck that
frustrated.
shit.
You ever asked a question
like
and you
you said-
kind
you
of
like
felt
you
the
said, fuck
answer?
that shit.
I felt like you was gonna be like that, and the reason probably why is it safe to say is because you say it's therapeutic and you make music for yourself.
Yeah.
So you're
I
not
just
really
want-
trying to compete or
For me, I just want what's for me.
Right.
I don't care about nothing else. I don't care about nothing
that's
else
understood.
that's going on.
And that's hard to find, especially in today's time. We talk about social media. We was talking, before we started recording about how people try to chase the dream and shit like
Yeah.
that, and like do shit to go viral and stuff like that. So that's kind of dope.
I like that, man. What's next for Burga?
Next, I'm about to do the Permanent Scars tour. That's what we're working on right now.
Okay.
I'm about to add like 5 songs to that tape, make it a deluxe, and do the tour.
You have a new fan in me, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna let you know.
100%.
Now I want to ask.
You got a fan in me, bro.
I checked the catalog out. What's your favorite body of work?
he gonna say his last one.
Nah, I ain't gonna say that.
Gonna be the first one.
It's normally people say
Both of
the
y'all
first,
wrong.
Like when they're
Let my man
first
answer. Let my
drop.
man answer.
I want to say it's my favorite. I would think V3. I got a project called V3.
Why?
Because it was like that was the point where it was like before that everybody was already on my music and stuff like that, and then so much stuff had done happened between it, and then a lot of people started doubting me, and that was the project that kind of put me back on.
Y'all gonna doubt me? I got y'all
Yeah,
niggas.
yeah. So that was the project that really like
That motivation.
Yeah,
Okay.
took me to the next level.
Right.
That was that project you could start telling chicks no.
You get a
should've
different
had
caliber. Get a different caliber of them then.
He told you that's the one.
Did you catch his name before you got his name? Can't get right. Yeah, we have to reel him back in sometime.
yeah.
But it's all for the
I like
good.
him off the hedges. Somebody got to be off the hedges.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. I don't never tell him
And
no.
he just a bill. He ain't even in
I
there
don't
yet.
tell him no, bro.
Yeah. So I know you said you got the body of work that's about to get ready to come out. You got the tour and everything. Do you got any new mixtapes or albums that you got tucked away?
I got a lot of songs. That's all I do is record.
Right.
I was curious too when you say you got a lot of songs, right?
Yeah.
Do you ever have a song that get too old for you?
Nah, not really, because it's always something that I go through.
And you
then
just
I can go
revamp
back
it.
to it and listen to it, and I'd be like, I can go back to it and listen to it and be like, you know what I mean? It's relevant again.
And then just do some little touch-ups here.
I saw that because you say you have like reality music. That's the thing about reality music. It's timeless.
Yeah.
So makes sense.
For sure.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to
So
accomplish.
if, you know what I'm saying, when you have Boosie on the track, Money Man, like, you put more effort into that, or when they send their verse over, maybe you're like, all right, let me do this better.
Nah, I actually have to create the song first and feel like, you know what I mean, they can be a part of the record or take it to a next level. Like, I don't care. Once I send my verse, I know a lot of artists, like, a lot of people always say, like they got to record a song, or if they record a song and send it to somebody and, like, get a feature on it, if Boosie feature on it, and they get the record back and hear what he say, then they'll re-record their verse. I never re-record.
Once you send it, you send it.
Is that like a pride thing? Like I know when I first put it out, it was the best I can do the first time.
Yeah, but
So-
you can't recreate the feeling. That's
So
why
it's not even
that.
about the competition of it. It's just like, I know, hey, this is what I was feeling.
this how I was feeling.
This how I was feeling.
That's
Like,
it.
I can't recreate
Right.
That. Yeah.
I be like that.
That's dope. That's authentic.
Would you be like that?
Yeah, I be like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like when you hear that,
nigga. You know that nigga about to say so
they
crazy.
give me a hard time, man. But
you
no,
know,
for
right,
real,
that
when you
shit
hear that
right.
beat, like whatever first come to your mind, that's that feeling that beat probably give you. You know what I'm saying? And you can't.
Give you the feeling of chickens.
Yeah, this nigga got a whole song. You want to? Hey, we might try to get it to you because we can't do nothing with it. But, so we might talk to you off mic about our song.
Do you have a favorite studio session?
No, I don't. All my studio sessions be dope. Yeah.
You was talking about at one point you was just making music. You wasn't taking it serious. You didn't know to take it serious. Describe that feeling when people started noticing, and you said you started getting calls. Describe that.
When I first, like, I had a tape called Rape the Market. Like, before that, like, I was just making music for fun. Like, I did the whole wide open thing. That was my family and stuff like that. Like, getting on the radio and stuff like that. Like, the dude who was over the label, he kind of pulled those strings. But when I kind of got on my own, the first project I remember, like, Rape the Market, I put that tape out and people was calling me like, hey, we trying to book a show. We trying to pay you X amount of dollars.
All right.
I didn't even know how to book a show. So it's like, and I'm in the streets and I'm getting money. So it's like, I don't know how to book the show. I'm already making money. So
Yeah.
that don't even matter.
Yeah.
That don't even matter. It took for my cousin to come in and be like, hey, man, you done missed out on $10,000. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it
That's
kind of
crazy.
went from there. You know what I mean?
That made you
Yeah,
know,
it
like,
made me
man, I need if
hold
they
on.
finna pay. Yeah, okay.
Let me
So
get
you
right.
got you got even better at that during the pandemic.
Yeah, it made me lock in even more, like, you know what I mean, during the pandemic. I know for sure. Like, the pandemic, like, that shit helped me out, like, 100%.
It's
because
crazy
I
to
wasn't
say.
that focused like
It's
that.
crazy to say, but I think all of us say that.
Yeah.
The pandemic helped you out. And
Yeah.
I think if you strong-willed, strong-minded like you are,
Yeah.
that's what it's going to do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because it sit you down and make you, think about mistakes or past maneuvers or directions you want to go in. So I think it kind of helped.
Feel like you're in jail. Nigga, when I get free, nigga, I'm doing this. You know what I'm saying?
It also made the voice
Nah, but
rates
the
go up.
pandemic, like, but I ain't gonna lie, like, during the pandemic, like, I was able to see some stuff that I didn't see. Like, Lil Baby was at the studio, same studio I was recording in.
Right.
And he was hot at the time. Not as hot as he is right now, but he was on fire. He was still like, you know what I mean, top 3.
Right.
You know what I mean? Baby's still in my baby like my top 5 right now.
Top
for sure.
he should be.
Agreed.
Yeah,
Should
for
be.
sure. Yeah.
So what happened was I used to see him come in. I used to always think, like, I'm going hard. Damn, I'm going hard. You know what I mean? I need a break, or I'm going to just go do this for the night. But once he started coming to the studio and I seen his work ethic, like every night, like all the stuff he can be out doing,
But he there.
but
Yeah.
he pushed all that to the side and come to the studio every night
To
and
work.
be creating. So
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, who am I?
Yeah.
I think got all these M's.
Yeah.
I ain't nowhere near
Yeah.
this.
He
Like,
working
let me
hard.
get on my shit. You
Do
feel
you
me?
Right.
do you find it hard to approach about features, or
What you mean as far as what?
like sometimes, like sometimes men like to get in this ear, man. I ain't finna go ask him for nothing. I ain't finna ask him. But like, do you find it hard sometimes to approach other artists?
Nah.
Okay.
It just got to make sense for me. Like,
Understood.
you know
Not
what I mean?
a pride
Even with
thing.
him, I got a record with Lil Baby too.
Okay.
But it took for me to, it was timing. Everything is timing, but it took for me to like, you know what I mean? I respect his grind, so I ain't gonna go to him and ask him for nothing for free, even though I see you every night. It's kind of like, hey, what you gonna charge me to do this? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I want you to put, you know what I mean? I want you to give it 100%. I don't want you to just say, oh, I see him all the time, so it's cool. Like, I'm gonna give him a first.
It means something.
And see, that make me think because I see a lot of younger artists now. I don't even want to say young. Well, yeah, younger artists. I see a lot of them pride themselves online. Like you see them on social media and stuff.
About to ask this nigga for nothing.
No, they get mad about somebody trying to charge them for a fee. Like, man, I ain't paying for no fee. Like, we don't like. And I didn't know if that was the new wave or do you know what I'm talking about?
No. I mean, for me, I can speak for myself. Like, if I see somebody working and they hungry and I can see what they got going on, I might not charge you.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's me seeing you doing this.
Right.
If you come to me and ask me for something, like I probably ain't checked out your catalog. I probably ain't checked out nothing. So it might cost a little something.
Yeah.
But once I figure it out, it's like, okay, the video might not cost you nothing. I might do the video for free. Once I see what's going on. But I have to, you know what I mean? You have to catch my attention first.
Understood.
You see what I'm saying?
That make plenty of sense.
It's still a business.
Yeah.
I was just about to say, because that industry can be a grimy place.
Yeah,
You know
for
what
sure.
I'm saying? So
Then you got to pack another bag for your money.
There you go.
cash bag.
We gonna get you. We gonna get you right. Man. We gonna get you.
He ain't gonna get right.
We know. Hey, look, we know we get our little deal where his money going. Right there.
Right on by
Now, have you ever found yourself getting complacent? Like you feel like I got this song on radio. I don't need to do nothing else.
Oh, no, I don't never feel like that.
Nah. It don't sound like it. The way he say pops, the way he say pops work.
Because like he said, the younger generation now get on the radio, get a video, make my first couple of M, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? I don't even have to do it anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like the one hit wonders. Like I like the music. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
So I hope you don't, you know what I'm saying, quit.
Oh,
you know
nah, it ain't never that. Every day it's a different problem. I got something to talk about.
Nigga like Jerry
Shit happens
Rice.
every day, so put it on wax.
Nigga like Jerry Rice, man, he been catching bricks since the age of 6. Ain't no quitting, no job. You know what I'm saying after that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, man, what's some of your social media for any of our listeners out there that want to find you, follow up on your music? Where can they find you at?
All social media is at Burga 321, BURGA 321.
Yeah. Well, man, we respect your time, man. It's an honor for you to sit down with us. We appreciate you taking time. We know you busy. My man was in Huntsville last night, Birmingham tonight.
Euphoria tonight.
Yeah.
Be safe.
Right.
What's next?
I might sneak in that thing though. I might sneak. You might
see this man here taking pictures.
That's why I love to go though. You know what I'm saying? But you gonna have fun. That bitch gonna be packed to the rim. But be safe.
Yeah, be safe. This might not be the night to leave the chopper at home.
Yeah, right.
It ain't personal, guys. It ain't personal
Of course. Leave the choppers, of course.
We need a lot of more. We need a lot of more shots tonight. Nah,
It ain't personal. Whoever coming.
but no, I appreciate you, homie, man. And if you ever need a platform, if you in Birmingham, or if you ever want to talk about something, you got some work coming out, hit our phone.
We travel.
And
We are married.
You can
We can't
link.
wait.
Yeah,
Can't wait to go to the A.
I gotta go to. I got to.
Oh man, we
Florida, man. We gotta go to Florida, man.
We
gotta go to business.
Right.
though.
And
But
then the sheer fact that you don't like interviews and you sat down with us, man. I'm telling
We gonna make you like an interview.
It was a
You know what I'm
privilege.
saying? You sound like you like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Appreciate
saying?
you.
Yeah,
Thank you,
I
man.
might share this one.
please,
Please.
we trying to grow.
We'll take it.
Yeah, we need some of them followers.
And on that, we'll be back next week like we never left, because like we say every week, we never leave. You dig?
Right.
Bye.
You bitch you.
Hold up, Dad. Let's go out on it.
I got some brand new drip.
Go get this. Brand new drip. Burger. Featuring Moneybag Yo.
Thanks. Okay. Love. I'm in a brand new whip. Ain't no ignition in it. Push started to crank up. I got a brand new bitch. She in the mirror, hit the gas, fuck up her makeup. I got some brand new money. All of it stuck together, can't get it to fold up. I got some brand new drip. Pull up with all of this shit on. I'm about to go up. I'm in some brand new drip. All of this water on me, you can drink it. I'm in some brand new drip. I throw this shit on and don't overthink it. I'm in some brand new drip. I got a bad habit, I'm in Neiman's. I'm in some brand new drip. Dead fresh, just a man down when I left Neiman's. Mayday, I call her FaceTime every time she pick up, she smiling. Payday, you know the bad bitches like